Is this gonna work? Hold on. It was just working earlier. Oh, okay. Hold on. I pressed the wrong one. There we go. Sorry, it's been a while. No. Welcome to my stream. It's a Psycho Metal. And I'm gonna be playing Gaiden Sigma this stream. Now, I will be showing this stream off to Twitch afterwards. But for the most part though, I'm just recording on YouTube first because I don't want to have to go through the annoying process of uploading the video file to YouTube and immediately and then having to delete the video file. Anyways, I'd rather just save it onto YouTube first in the first place and then just play the VOD through Twitch, because I don't think that's going to be a problem. At least it shouldn't be, but you know, I'm about to find out soon. Alright, so gonna be playing on a hard difficulty. The original release of this game back in 2004, just playing Ninja Gaiden 1, had 4 difficulty modes if I remember correctly, and I think I only got up to the 3rd one, but I'd have to look up exactly what they were called because they had some weird names. Not weird, specific names like Way of the Master, Way of the Warrior, something like that. I've already played through this before, and I'm just gonna go ahead and play through this again. I thought about doing a run where I play through using this skin, but I feel like I could just do that some other time. I'm just going to play with the regular one. Way of the Ninja. In the Mountains of Autumn, there is one who walks the path of the ninja. So the Ninja Gaiden series is one of my favorite games of all time. Franchises, really. But that's, of course, talking about the 2000s releases, not the original NES 90s releases. This ninja had gaping holes in his defenses. He never would have been able to survive in this world anyway. So the premise of this game franchise, well, in the 2000s releases anyways, is that in this title, first title, you play as Iu Hayabusa, however you pronounce that name, a ninja of the Dragon Clan, and the Dragon Clan was in charge of ninja must be able to find his way even when his path is blocked, facing an obstacle, jump, blah blah blah. It's just tutorial stuff. The Dragon Clan is in charge of protecting the Dragon Sword and the Dark Blade. Pretty simple story. The Dark Blade is basically used for evil, and the Dragon Blade's used for good. That's all I'm going to say about the plot for now, but you'll see what happens to Iu. Do underestimate the agility that your training has given you. Feats such as running a long ball should be simple for you to perform. You cannot reach your destination with a single leap. Make use of surrounding walls. Just a bunch of health potions. That's what those are. One of your most useful techniques is the flying bird flip. Jump towards a wall and run up it. Then jump off again. So you travel to areas. Blah blah blah. Basically, it's just platforming. So I was exposed to this franchise back in the late 2000s. I just got into it late. Played the first one. Liked it. Oops. There we go. You'll be seeing me spamming that a little bit more frequently. That move there. Called the ultimate technique. Yep. Select your opponent's attacks while holding down the block button. You will not live long without a good defense. The thing is, though, is that just like with the original Doom games, you don't want to just stand around and block like this. You want to basically keep dodge rolling and jumping around like this. Just like with Dark Souls, the dodge or the roll has some invincibility frames on it. So it's good to spam this as much as possible because you not only want to keep moving, but you want to also make sure that you don't get hit by anything. Yellow orbs you see are called yellow essence. That's just the currency of the game. The blue essence is just health. And later on, you'll see red essence, which is used for powering up magic attacks, called Nimpo. Oops. Didn't mean to walk back outside. You see me spam that wall attack a lot. Go. So this game is defined by a genre called hack and slash. I don't know if it's called that nowadays, but that's what we used to call these kinds of games, like Devil May Cry, God of War, and so on. There used to be a lot more of these back then, but I guess they're just not as popular as they used to be. Go. Cool. Original developers of this game are Team Ninja, and the publisher is Gaiden Sigma. Alright, they used to be just called Tecmo back then. If you see me spam this move a lot, Flying Swallow, it's one of the better moves in the game, but as much as I'm going to spam it, it doesn't always work. You'll see why. There we go. That's Flying Swallow. And the reason why it doesn't always work is just because enemies can just dodge roll or jump out of the way a bit, which is what they're going to do a lot of the time. Didn't plan on that happening, but it's okay. I need to go down here anyways. Another fact about this game franchise is that before Dark Souls was a thing, this franchise used to be pretty much well known for being really difficult to play. Well, it's not that the controls are bad or anything. The controls are good. It's just that the difficulty of the game is really hard. I'm also working on a drawing project. Series of drawings related to the cutscenes of this game. I take screenshots of the some of the frames of the cutscenes of this game, and while yes, I do trace over it, I'm gonna add a little spin to the visuals. Try to make it more mangaka looking. Not mangaka, manga looking. With a lot of line work, cross-hatching, stylized lines, and so on. And I don't think I'll be using color. I just don't want to. There we go. There's a message engraved on the tablet in the dragon's mouth. Take underground past the dragon's record. Record all that occurs in the world of men. We have not forgotten those who live on the surface of the earth. And you can see that I've already started a playthrough of this, but that's just because I went ahead and screenshotted some of the cutscenes at the beginning of this chapter. Or sorry, at the beginning of this game with this chapter, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a separate slot somewhere. As you can see, I've already played through this game on normal. Still consider one of the more difficult games though, to be honest. Actually, I might as well just save over this, because I don't see why not. Not like I need it anyways. Go. Alright. So dumb. I totally forgot. Nope. Don't want to go through all that again. Nope. Yeah, in some areas you could just skip the enemies like that. There we go. Got to get this. But yeah, happy holidays. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're safe, keeping warm. Eating well too. 'Tis the season to stuff our faces with an unreasonable amount of food. That's okay. Let me save again, just so I don't have to do all that again. There we go. I'll be showing off the progress I made on those, some of those drawings soon. Towards the end of the stream. Oops. I mean, it still works out, but that's not what I wanted to do. Another ultimate technique. Cool. Let me put this up. Karma counter basically is just like a little high score thing. You can post onto leaderboards. You can raise it up with... I remember raising it up by getting essence and getting high combos and kills.
I see you have made it this far.
I'll be using some cheesy strats against this boss. He's not difficult, even on this difficulty. It's just that the combat can be kind of cheap. Yeah, like that. Basically, the enemies and bosses in this game can throw fire around, which is why you always have to be dodge rolling and jumping around, because if you don't, then you'll just end up getting thrown, even if you're just blocking all day, which is fair, but it's random. There's not really any way to account for it. Oops. Oops. that I had in that time. That ninja wasn't there, and through that shuriken star, I would have been able to jump on him. Ow. See if I can do this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ah, I didn't really see in time. Oops. Oh, almost got him. Got him.
Ah, the dragon sword. So your father is still in the sacred wilderness.
Yes. He has entrusted me with the sword while he continues his training. He never seems satisfied with the power he wields.
Someday you will come to understand the pursuit of power. Perhaps beginning with your training here. And what of the sister blade, the Dark Dragon? Has he left you in charge of protecting it as well?
It remains in the village under the protection of my father's clan. They will ensure that the sword remains untouched. Its dark power sealed.
It is a shame that such a sword must go untouched, such power unused. Alas, I am not of the dragon lineage. The sword is not of my concern.
Master Murai, the Hayabusa village. Master Ryu.
Nimpo, that's another one too. Basically, the more charges in Nimpo you have saved up towards the end of the chapter, the extra bonuses to karma you get. So there's several different tiers you can get, or ratings rather, at the end of each chapter. There's Dog Ninja. I remember that being a thing, but I don't know if it's in Sigma or in the original. Dog Ninja, Head Ninja, Master Ninja, and then Great Ninja. I mean, Great Ninja and then Master Ninja. The Hayabusa Ninja Village. The village is burning. Before long, Yu hears the screams of his brethren. I think I'll play this for about an hour, eat, maybe do something else, and then stream again later today. We'll see. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to stream later today because I'm gonna show this off for Twitch. I don't think you can attack those crows. I was never able to in the past. Just seeing if I could now. Oops. Fire Wheels is a classic spell you could use back in the original NES game. Don't remember there being something below here, but let me just check just to be sure. Because there are hidden collectibles called golden scarabs that I'm going to want to collect. Smoke bombs. I've never been able to figure out how how useful those smoke bombs are, because on the one hand, like, sometimes it helps stun enemies, other times it doesn't, especially bosses, so I just don't see any reason to use them. Go. Something else too that is also different in Sigma versus the original and the black version is that if you wanted to run on water, you would have to mash the jump button. But in Sigma, for some reason, that's not necessary. All you gotta do is just move towards water, as long as you're already running. Which is cool, but at the same time, it's like not as cathartic. That's just my opinion. Oh. Like I said, you'll be seeing me spam that move a lot. It's not ridiculously OP because there is that delay after he lands on the ground or the floor, where he's just doing that weird pose, something like this, and the player's not able to do anything for a while, so the enemies can easily attack the player. The reason why you still want to spam it though is just because it's really fast and it does a lot of damage towards enemies, and as you saw, I could just keep chaining multiple attacks like that over and over and over again because it stuns the enemies long enough for me to just keep doing it, and I can hit multiple enemies at the same time, so it's a really good move. It's not something that you want to overly rely on. That Life of the Gods collectible, by the way, it basically, you get 9 of those and it increases your health by a little bit permanently. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew there was something behind the waterfall. Assume I can get to it. Hold on. There we go. Not the controls, but the magnetism towards jumping on walls and wall running and such can be a little bit finicky, but it works most of the time. For a game that was released in the 2000s, it's still pretty beautiful to look at. I mean, look at all this. You probably wouldn't believe that this was a 2000s game. You probably think it was more like 2010s, 7th generation, so 6th, just by looking at it. While a member of the Hayabusa clan, he took his last breath here, lying amongst the burnt remains of his home. He held something in his outstretched hand. Another elixir. See what I mean? It's a good move, and so is this wall attack, but there's that period of time where you can just easily get hit after landing on the ground before. It's really annoying to have to fight. Not fight, but get hit by two enemies at the same time. Because if one hits you with an unblockable attack or a throw, the other can still hit you as well while you're down on the floor or ground. The game is fairly balanced, it's just that there's not really any way to deal with like telegraph attacks or anything like that by the enemies. Things just kind of happen and you just have to either spam potions to get through it, or you have to be really good at counterattacking and using a lot of mobility, rolling and jumping around to avoid attacks. But you can often get screwed over by the way the camera controls as well. The camera angles make it hard to see every single enemy in the area, so you have to get blindsided by some enemy you didn't see behind you or around a corner or something like that. In order to wind the crack here, a very strong impact with a heavy blunt object is necessary. This game, weirdly enough, also acts as a Metroidvania. We'll be dealing with these interactables later on in the game.
A dark samurai clad in black armor. Master, you do not attempt to fight it.
So I'm able to use the bow and arrow. And this game, it's not really heavily used or reliant, but in the sequel, Ninja Gaiden 2, the bow becomes a lot more useful and necessary to use. Corpse of another fallen ninja. What were his last thoughts as he slipped off into the darkness? Muramasa. Statue of the diligent old man, Muramasa, a legendary blacksmith. There are folk tales of people who have approached the statue and walked away with various items and weapons. This is basically a shop where you can buy upgrades to weapons and buy potions and other items. The prices for things, I think, are about the same, right? Maybe. Hold on. Never mind, no. I think they're a little bit more expensive. Either that or maybe I'm wrong. So I thought for sure on normal difficulty, this Talisman of Rebirth, which just revives the player when they run out of health, costed 10,000, but I think my memory's wrong. Okay. Doesn't matter anyways. Can't afford anything right now. Oops. See, the camera controls, I mean, not the camera control, the camera's making it difficult to see exactly where I'm going. Or I can't go, rather. There's red Nimpo. And Ninja Guy in Black, there was this little secret Easter egg where I forgot to use this. So Life of the Gods, you need 9 of them to increase your health, but Lives of the 1,000 Gods, you just need 1, and it automatically, it immediately increases your health. By about that much. And unfortunately it does not fill the bar up for some reason. In the sequel though, they fixed that, and they heal the player's health if it gets increased. Oops. And let's do projectile and then do bow. So in Ninja Guy in Black, hold on. How do I? No, I didn't want to do that. Okay, you just hold. Okay. Basically, if you shoot arrows into these targets, you get some extra essence. I think there was even a chest in Ninja Guy in Black you could unlock. But for some reason in this game, they don't do that. I don't know why. Missed opportunity, in my opinion. Need arrows from this dead body. Another EU's comrades, this poor soul has been shot through with arrows. Although the thought of the serpent and dead body is unpleasant, some of the arrows still seem usable. I don't think these arrows are doing anything. Never mind, I hit that horse. You'll probably notice this, but sometimes enemies will just become invincible or just block randomly. Like I said, there's no real way to telegraph attacks in this game. So there is some annoying element of RNG, but it's not impossible to deal with. Because you just do what I'm doing. Ow. Go. Ow. Just trying to pick up some arrows. Thank you. I used to be pretty angry about this game, but at least I'm playing it in a way where I'm playing it after I've replayed it recently. For that, I can remember the attack patterns of the enemies. I thought there was some essence over here. Guess not. Missed it. go. Oh. I had him. More arrows. See if I can wait. Good amount of damage. Oh. Got him. Thought I had that left on. Weird. Cool. A lot of times, this game feels like you're playing a gauntlet, and you're having to basically kill endless hordes of enemies. Another slain ninja lying face down in front of the bridge leading to the heart of the village. If the enemy forces have gone this far, he holds something in his outstretched hand. That's going to be pretty useful. For some reason, I don't know why, there's an option to buy the same technique, Flying Swallow, even though it's always bugged where you can't buy it in a shop. You automatically unlock it at the beginning of the game, so I don't know. I guess that's for anybody that misses picking it up from one of the chests in the first chapter. Definitely gonna need this armlet. You're going to need several of these and so on. The game's not forgiving, by the way. Basically, it's one of those old school games where once you mess up a boss battle, not mess up a boss battle, once you die from a boss or you don't live long enough through a gauntlet of enemies, then you just have to backtrack. Start over from a previous area. And for anyone that plays Dark Souls, that's not going to be a problem, but at the same time though, you also have to deal with platforming and other annoying stuff like that, which I know still exists in Dark Souls, but it's not as... There's a lot more platforming as far as I know in this game than in Dark Souls. Cemetery with ancestors of the... Sorry, a cemetery where the ancestors of the Hayabusa clan has long been buried. A cold chill can be felt in the air, as if the spirits of clan ancestors have been awakened from their eternal sleep. It's said that spirits gather in stones. However, the days when this artifact possessed such power are long gone. That'll be relevant later on in the game. And if you're wondering why I keep doing this dodge jump pattern, it's just because it's one of the fastest way to move around in the game. Well, probably the fastest way to move around the game. There's not really any other way. You might as well not bother with these guys. That's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to use my Nimbo attack there. Why is it? Oh, I don't think I selected it. I think that's the reason why. Yeah, I never selected it. That's why. I was trying to use a fire wheel nimbo attack, but I just can't seem to pull it out. Okay. That did a lot of damage. Get some more nimbo. Come on, one health. Got him. But yeah, if you just focus on the minions throughout the entire fight, you're never going to actually progress through that boss. Because they're just going to keep spawning over and over and over again, infinitely. Another one. 7 more to go. And this was not in the first game, this little area. I don't think this was in black either. So this is some additional content that they added to Sigma. Oops. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. So the place is just gonna keep burning. And gusts of fire are just gonna shoot out from the walls. Just gotta use this. I really need to preserve health and healing items. Ow. I don't know where I was aiming with that. Okay, that's the last of my potions. Ow. That's not gonna work. Ow. Oh yeah, I forgot you're supposed to lose this fight. That throw you did, by the way, where you lifted me up like that, that's an unblockable attack. You can chip off some of his health, but I don't think there's any real way to beat him. We're ninja again.
My network of ninja have uncovered the reason for the attack. The samurai who burned the village was Doku, lord of the greater fiends of the Vigor Empire. It appears as though the Vigor Emperor seeks the power of the Dark Dragon Blade.
Doku.
Skies of Vengeance. Hayabusa village has burned, and the Dark Dragon Blade is gone. EU has stowed aboard an airship headed for the Vigor Empire. His goal? Vengeance.
The Holy Vigor Empire, a strange dictatorship veiled in secrecy. Its exclusionist foreign policy makes for very few ways to enter the country. One of the only remaining routes is by airship to the capital city of Tyron.
We've received reports of a hostile malefactor crossing the Vigor border. A search will be conducted immediately. Maintain current course and velocity. I repeat, maintain current course and velocity. We've received reports of a hostile malefactor.
So this red potion just basically recharges the Nimpo attacks. That's about it. That's all it does. There you go. Alright. I think I'm gonna stop here for now. Okay. But before I end the stream, let me just go ahead and do something real quick. So I want to show off the sketches that I'm doing. Not sketches, but the series of drawings that I'm going to do as fan art for this game. See if I can pull it up. Here's the first one. So basically, it's just I'm just taking screenshots of different cutscenes from the game and wanting to render them in a different way, whether it be using a manga-like style, maybe painterly, oil painterly, or watercolor like style, etc., etc. So while yes, I am tracing the forms in the screenshots, I'm not actually just going to copy every single thing that I see in the screenshots, because that's pointless. I mean, that's not going to be really impressive, first of all, and second of all, it defeats the purpose of having a screenshot in the first place. So that's my reasoning for that. I'm going to get rid of that. Let me show you the second one. There we go. And not to brag, but recently I've had a problem with my right hand. I'm not gonna get too specific on what the problem is, but basically I can't really use my right hand very well right now, and that's my dominant hand. That's what I used to draw with. So pretty much everything I'm showing you right now, as far as the sketches go, I did it with my left hand. I've been training my left hand to do all this, and again, I know tracing, it's not very impressive, but nonetheless, once I start adding shading and rendering and this and that, I think people are going to be a little more impressed by the fact that I pretty much know what I'm doing and I can do it with both hands. So I mean, it's good. It's good, but at the same time though, it's like, okay. Yeah, so on my Twitter, I've tweeted about thinking about going back to being an artist and just posting art related content again, and I think I'm just gonna start doing that again, because I'm not gonna be too specific, but the teaching career right now, it's not working out very well, and pretty much I'm just trying to do something else. So we'll see if other people want me to make stuff for them. I mean, I got a book right now that is about teaching people how to make stuff for graphic design, and I want to add that stuff, make graphic design based projects and put them in my portfolio. So that's pretty much what I want to do next year, is just develop my portfolio and hopefully make a career out of it. But anyways, enough about that. Thank you for watching. This has been Psycho Metal. Hope you have had a pleasant experience watching this stream, and until next time, peace.